Hey, hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, marketing, and sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So I'm literally jumping on here to do a late night live. I thought the darkness would like kind of give us a vibe. So I can talk to you about how to sell your stuff online anytime. I am literally right now wrapping up a quick little weekend here in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, with the fam. And in between doing the things, as far as hanging out with them, of course, you know what I want to do is check in with you when it comes to your money, marketing, and sales goals too, as an intentional online entrepreneur. So, let's do it. Let's talk about marketing, promoting your business online, and of course, sales, being able to realistically convert your products and your services, attracting customers. Now, ideally, when it comes to customer attraction, you want to focus on the fact that there's just not one type of customer for you to look to, right? And when I say that, I mean, a lot of times people focus on new customers. And of course, you do want to be in a space where you get new customers to buy your products and services, but you also want to think about getting repeat business from previous customers as well. So, what I want to do is to share three strategies with you when it comes to intentionally selling. It's just close to midnight, right? Or somewhere around there. And usually every week on Sunday with my circle, we talk about creating irresistible offers, making money by sharing your messages and creating content. So before I jumpstart my Sunday Circle Mastermind with them, I figured I would check in with you. Okay. Make sure that you say, hey, 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 let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. And of course, if you are catching me on the replays side, definitely drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rock. All right, so let's do it. The first thing that I want to talk to you when it comes to three specific ways to sell your stuff is I want you to not just tell, but show. Okay. I want you to write that down somewhere. Okay. Don't just tell them what you got, show them what you got. Okay. And so the first sales strategy that I'm going to talk about with you today is one of my absolute favorites, which is TTO, Taste Tester Offers. Okay. So, first thing, when it comes to intentionally and strategically selling your products online, don't just tell, show. Okay. How you going to show? You are going to use the TTO method. Okay. Now, when I talk about taste tester offers for me, this is actually inspired by when you go to your favorite supermarket and they say, hey, we've got this really cool thing for you to taste today. Try it out. And you're like, ooh, where do I go buy it? Right? You try it, then guess what? You'll want to buy it. So I want you to think about right now. First and foremost, if you are watching, whether it's live or on the replay side, and you're trying to figure out how am I going to sell my stuff? Can you think about some ways to intentionally not just tell them what you have, but show them what you have? And can you create an irresistible chef's kissed taste tester offer for your audience? Okay. So let's think about what that would look like for your circle. All right. I and write this down. WSC. WSC. If you go over to citizens.com/WSC, there you'll actually see the weekly sales challenge. And one of the things that I share on that particular page is a downloadable guide on smart small business hacks. This is for me some of my favorite ways to intentionally stay positive, profitable, and productive. And in creating this guide, I wanted to give my audience in this freebie the opportunity to get some, again, positive productivity and profit strategies from yours truly. It's a taste tester experience. So I want you to think about that, number one, for yourself. Can you create some sort of lead magnet as a taste tester offer for your community? Number one, right? Number two, I actually said to you very earlier on, a few minutes ago, that I wanted to actually talk to you strategically about sales This is something that I do with my clients as part of my Sunday Circle weekly mastermind number one. And we currently have the 12-week My Money Marketing and Sales Challenge, the 12-week accelerator. And we're talking about intentionally selling as part of that experience. It literally just started. So you can get on in there if you want to. But the idea here is me coming on here and talking to you about how you can intentionally sell your stuff online and different strategies that I use, starting with number one, TTO, Taste Tester Offers. This is me giving you an opportunity to try before you buy, right? If you're in a space where you're curious about my weekly 12-week sales accelerator, or you're curious about the weekly Sunday Circle mastermind, it's like, oh, okay, this is what I get from Lashonda. These are some things that she talks about. These are some ways that I can integrate practical marketing or practical sales solutions. I want more, right? So, doing a live stream, creating a lead magnet, these are some things that you can consider when it comes to creating TTO, Taste Tester Offers for your audience. Okay. I'm going to give you one more before I go into sales strategy number two. Don't know if you know this, but I am a web designer. So web and graphics is my thing, right? And a lot of times before, ooh, I lost a ring, y'all. A lot of times before people sign up to a web package from me, usually they had an opportunity to work with me on some capacity beforehand, right? A web package is a pretty high price point premium offer. And so one of the ways I was able to attract customers is to create a TTO experience. And for me, that was offering them the opportunity to get graphics work done from me, right? So it's a smaller taste tester versus the bigger web package. And when people like the visuals, they like the design, they're like, okay, yes, I already know. I need you to design my website for me, right? So I want you to think about that with this particular example. Taste tester offers don't always have to be a freebie, right? So my lead magnet, that free smart business hacks, you can download it at success.com/WSC. When you get to the weekly sales challenge page, you're going to see the smart business hacks guide. Click on it. There you go. Bim, bam, boom. It's free, right? You can give them taste testers as free offers. You can also think about when it comes to taste tester offers, giving people an opportunity to experience something that you're trying to monetize. Like me sharing this information with you live is just a taste of what I do with my mentees and clients as part of my mastermind and weekly experiences, right? And then for me, number three, like I said, it doesn't always have to be free 99. You can monetize by giving people smaller pieces of bigger offers that you sell. Me giving people an opportunity to purchase graphic design services from me. And if they like that experience, to say, oh, okay, I would love for you to design my website too. Okay. So, what does that look like for you? Don't just tell them what you have, show them, right? That's number one. Let's dig into number two. Outside of TTO offers, the next one that I'm going to share with you is HOO. HOO, half off offers, right? You want to think about creating experiences where people are like, oh my gosh, I need this today. Okay. Like literally, I need this today. Okay. So a great example of that is, as I mentioned before, I'm a North Carolina girl, but we're in Myrtle Beach with the fam, and I could turn the light off, but the light on. But I said, I'm gonna do like a late night live sort of a vibe. I've got like this little light beside me, versus just turning on the bigger one. But as I was hanging out with the fam today and doing all these random things that we were doing, I was also just kind of virtually checking in with my community. I said, listen, I want you to have the opportunity to participate in my money challenge, the 12-week marketing and sales accelerator. I'm going to give you this opportunity to jump in half off, right? 47 for 12 weeks. Bim, bam, boom. Check it out. Do what you need to do. And baby, come through with the come through. Like that email went out and people were like, oh my gosh, I need it now. Right. So you want to think about for yourself, number one, do you have a particular offer that you are trying to sell to your audience right now? And can you create a time frame or a space where you can present that offer as an HOO, half off offer to your audience, right? And so I said, listen, this is just for today. Okay. By the way, number one. And I sent that email out really super early in the morning, right? So I wanted to give people, as close to 24 hours as possible to be able to grab that opportunity if they wanted to, right? Number one. And then number two, thinking about, okay, how am I going to share this with my community? Having an email list, number one, is the easiest way to go, right? So sending out that information via email, number one, but then also posting it on social media, especially in my stories on a couple of platforms. Number two, I do have a Facebook group. So checking in with my community there, letting them know, hey, booze, I'm just letting you know this is what's happening just for today. Okay. So you want to think about if that might be a sales strategy that's appealing to you, half offering a half off offer, number one. And then number two, putting a time frame, a deadline on it, right? So people know, baby, opportunities expire. This is going to go up, it's going to go away. Okay. And one of the things that I like to say when it comes to these opportunities, when you set countdown timers, is always send the last email. Always send the last email, right? Hopefully, right, there are people who see when you send your message at the start of your promotion, but the reality is not everybody's going to see that, right? Don't get scared. You don't want to market because you sent out one thing and you feel like you got to wait 10 days to send out something else. Boo. Let me tell you something. It don't work that way. Okay. When I sell, I sell. When I sell, I sell. That means two things for me. When I sell, I actually generate money using the strategies that I'm sharing with you now. Number one, literally, somebody just signed up. Hey, boo, welcome to the community, to the 12-week experience. Because guess what? I said, you got 2 hours left. This opportunity is going up and then it's going away. I'm telling you, you got 2 hours left. Okay. And so the that you just heard was the vibration of somebody. I just saw sales order come in. This is legit. You don't just get scared and send out one email. Repetition, 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 right? Now keep in mind, some people say, oh my gosh, this ain't gonna drive people crazy. The reality is I've been just about everywhere we could possibly be today. Okay. Me, mini me, the hubby, my sister-in-law, we did all the things today, right? A little food, a little play. We just went to go see Creed, all the things, right? I look at my life as an example of my clients, right? My potential customers. People are just sitting by their email, consuming every single damn email that you send out. Just like you got things to do, baby, they got things to do too, especially when it comes to the weekend. So, sometimes people will go, oh my gosh, I sent out a couple of messages. It's too much. It's too much. Listen, if it's too much, they'll go, right? I saw this meme on Facebook today, and it was basically like that. Like this man was saying to this woman, you're a little bit too much, you're a little bit too extra for me. And she's like, okay, go find less. Go find less. If I'm too much, go find less. Okay. But this right here, this is the best. This is the best you're going to get. Take it or leave it. Right. Again, the reality is the people who genuinely want what you have, even if you send out multiple emails in one day, they're going to stick around because they respect and they are interested in what you got to say. Right. Now, I'm going to go back from the two strategy that I'm talking to you about right now, which is to create half off offers, and jump back to TTO, which is taste tester offers, right? This sales challenge that I'm doing right now, which by the way, you can take a look at sistasense.com/my one. It's the my one money challenge. So that for 12 weeks, we can strategically work on your marketing and sales efforts. Because baby, if you ain't selling, it's because you're not selling, right? When I sell, I proactively sell. And when I sell, I sell. It converts those two levels, right? And so when I think about me offering the opportunity to get a half off for this particular experience, it is also a TTO, right? because it's an opportunity for people to taste that experience and say, ah, I want more, right? It's 12 weeks, which is amazing, but I do have programs that last for the entirety of the year, number one. And then I have programs that last indefinitely, like my Firestarter Circle monthly mastermind. You get in, and unless you unsubscribe, baby, we've been doing this thing for 10 plus years, right? And to keep on keeping on. So you want to think about whether it be a subscription based program or an annual program, something that is longer than the offer that you're trying to promote at a reduced rate. That half off offer in and of itself is a taste tester experience, right? One of the things that I think about when it comes to selling consistently, and I said this earlier on in the conversation, baby, it's not just about you getting new customers. It's about you getting those repeat customers too, right? So, or how are you going to create a space where you can start converting those browsers into buyers and then keeping enough of those buyers coming back consistently that it works for them, and it works for you too, right? So this is definitely that kind of experience where I'm seeing some of my old G's, my business besties, coming back and signing up to this particular experience, and I'm super excited to have them in the circle and be able to work with them, possibly even you, as part of this 12-week sales challenge, number one. But also number two, it's an opportunity to create a taste tester experience for people who go, okay, wow, this was amazing. I loved working with you and working in your circle for 90 days. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. I need more. I need more, right? Literally, folks would be like, listen, I am jonesing for my another Sister Sense hit. What are you doing something new, right? So what kind of offers are you creating for your audience? Number one, do you or should you, can you, when will you create some taste tester offers? That's the first one we talked about today. Or can you figure out a way to offer what you currently have as a half off experience for a limited time? Okay, because it's literally going to go up. And I made sure always send out that last email to let people know it's about to go. It's about to go all the way down. I love, love, love being in a space where I can intentionally use social media. So while I do do it all the time, full disclosure, I don't do stories like every single day. I strategically like to use the platform to reach out to people who follow and are interested in what I have to say at that given time. And one of the cool features that I like, especially with Instagram stories, is that it has all these cool stickers. Let me know if you use number one, Instagram stories. And then number two, if you're using some of these very, very interesting stickers. Number one, they have a link sticker where you can literally put a link that people can click in your story, which is pretty awesome. Number one. And number two, they've got a countdown timer. So for something like this, where I'm like, listen, this is going to go away in a couple of hours, being able to show that in the story itself is pretty cool. So lots of interactive stickers on the Instagram platform, which, as you know, if you got a Facebook page, you can connect the two, which is also pretty cool, something for you to do. By the way, when it comes to all the S's, we definitely, as part of this 12-week incubator accelerator experience, are focused on your sales, your signups, and your social, and really getting into a place where you are building up that muscle as far as routinely, strategically, every single week, marketing and selling in your business. When I sell, I sell. When I sell, right? That means I know I'm going to grow, I'm going to generate revenue. And that's something that I want you to be able to learn how to do too, right? Any given day, whether I am here for play or I am working at home, I can pop in, send out one email here, do a couple of social media posts here, and send stuff and see the conversions come in, right? I want you to be able to be in that position too. I'm wondering how much of me doing this is shaking this thing around. But it's funny because I had the light on and it just has like kind of like a glare. Like you can see me way better with the light on. But I'm like, I'm doing a late night live, so I want like some mood lighting. Like I'm sure this is better for you. You're like, yay, I can see you. This is so cool. I'm gonna turn it back off. I'm gonna turn it back off. Like we got back and everybody's exhausted. The mini me is asleep. The hubby, I'm surprised you can't really hear him snoring that loud, but he's over here, he's asleep. He's like, "Am I gonna snore in your live?" And I'm like, "You absolutely are. You absolutely are." But every time you snore, when it gets too loud, I'll poke you. I'll poke you just a little bit. Like, shh, you're snoring in my live. I digress. So there were three sales recommendations that I wanted to share with you today, right? The first one, like I mentioned before, was the TTO, Taste Tester Offers, number one. Number two strategy that I wanted to share with you was, can you put together a half off offer? Okay. And the last, of course, when it comes to strategically selling, is possibly creating a BOGO experience, right? Buy one, get one off, buy one, buy one, get one half off, buy two, get one. There are a lot of ways you can do BOGOs, but that's another sales strategy that you can use for conversions. So, one of the things that I do is I work with clients and mentees via one on one sessions. And over at sistersense.com/VIP, I currently have the opportunity for my mentees to get a VIP BOGO bundle, right? Being able to get one, two, or even up to three VIP sessions with me virtually. That's what that BOGO bundle experience is about, right? So, one of the things you want to do is figure out how you can give people the best bang for their buck and be creative. Again, I'm giving you three different strategies, BOGO being the last one, half off offers, number two, and number one, TTO, taste tester offers, so they can try and then, of course, buy, right? That's what you want. You want them to either try a little and buy more or try some for free and baby, then they convert into your paid offer, ideally. Okay. Now, I definitely have other sales strategies that I can share with you in two ways. As I mentioned before, I do have a weekly sales challenge page that walks you through some sales recommendations, even if you don't have a product. Because some of y'all be like, okay, you talking about sales, but honey, I don't got nothing to sell. Everyone has something to sell. Okay. And so even if you don't have a product, I can walk you through some weekly sales challenge recommendations, just as I'm doing with you here right now. And you can find that at sistersense.com/WSC. That's number one. And then, of course, number two, if you are in the sales challenge, this is going to be the best time to get it at a reduced rate so that for 12 weeks, you, me, and my Sister Sense Circle business besties can intentionally work on individual offers so that you can master MORE. I call it the MORE method. You want to MORE, master originality, reach, and engagement. And you doing all the research and trying to write all the notes to come up with the perfect offers, I'm sorry to tell you, boo, that's not going to work for you. You got to test until you find your best. How you master is by consistently putting out either the same things or different things till you find your thing, which is kind of why I call it the My One Challenge, because I always tell y'all, if you take the word money, MONEY, and you move around the letters just a little bit, that one word splits into two words, my one, right? So you want to think about, when it comes to money, how you can find my one or at least one really good way for you to generate consistent revenue. Boo, if you do that, baby, it's the recession proof strategy. You recession proof yourself, where you know, regardless of what's going on in the economy, you have your own autonomy and you know how to successfully generate revenue regardless of any craziness happening outside of you, right? Like I said, just kind of being here, able to hang out with the fam. And literally, if I'm just like sitting on in the car or waiting on a line, send out a quick email, do a quick video, then bam, boom, I'm off to do the rest of what I need to do, right? I hang out with them, I get to hang out with you, right? Literally, like, no joke. I only am not showing him to you because he would he would be like, listen, this is not what we're here for. But he's literally knocked out right here. And I just think it's funny. I mean, it is what it is. But usually when I'm here at Myrtle Beach, I like to do my Boss on the Beach series like early in the AM. And it's been raining all weekend. But I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you something real talk. You can find a way or find an excuse, but you cannot do both. And I am not about excuses, baby. So if I say I'm going to come on live, you best believe I'm going to jump on here live with you in some capacity. Now, I'm trying to follow the rules. I don't think I'm going to be out on the beach in the middle of a rainstorm, but I will find a way to come out here, play, and make some magic. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. I want you to be able to find that selling and marketing are not things that scare you, but motivate you, inspire you, perhaps even excite you when it comes to you figuring out that you can do this, right? One of my clients, Yandel, recently launched a new offer based on some of the things that we've been working on in the circle. And she posted in the Facebook group, what LaShonda said is working. It's working. And I was talking to one of my business bestie clients, Karen, and she was like, oh my gosh, I am having so much fun. Like, you have totally converted me. I'm on the other side of content creation. I didn't know it could be this fun, right? And I want you to be able to have those experiences too, especially for my non techies. Sometimes you might feel that things are frustrating or difficult for you. This stuff can be exciting and it can work for you so long as you've got strategies that you can consistently test and see how well you can get better again at more mastering originality, reach, and engagement. All right. So, I wanted to make sure that I can come on here and share 3 strategies with you. 1, 2, 3, BOGOs, HOOs, and TTOs. Those are the 3 that I shared with you today. And of course, if you want to dig in even more, make sure that you take a look at successense.com/WSC to learn more about the weekly sales challenge with yours truly. And literally right now is the best time to take advantage of getting in the My One challenge at a great reduced rate so you can experience this 12-week series intentionally every week, working on your money, marketing, and sales with me, your business bestie. All right. So that is it for today, my dear. Like I said, this is a late night live vibe, but definitely, hopefully, you guys can see me and hear me clearly. Would love to know who's here live or catching me on the replay side. And of course, I'll do my best. I don't know what the weather is going to look like tomorrow, but whether I'm here on the beach or sitting on my porch, I'll do my best to come back on here, check in with you guys, and see where you are in the process. Okay. So I want you to think about the statement, when I sell, I sell. Both using it as your own personal money mantra so that you are in a space where you can genuinely believe that it is within your power and control to successfully sell and make money. But also, when I sell, I sell. I want you to understand that it's not a if you build it, they will come situation. I get it. There are billions of people in this world and online, but baby, nobody gonna come to you unless you're doing what you need to do, right? You have to get better at not just kind of creating content and putting it out there, but creating compelling content, magnetic marketing that attracts people to you and helps you get better at the most important marketing of all, conversion marketing. All right. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say today. Check in. Let me know what you thought, what you learned, what you're going to do. And I'll be sure to come back right here and share some other money marketing and sales solutions with you. Till next time, take care. Mwah.